weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. And trotting out there, their tall quarterback standing at 6'5".
And I think if you're handing out hardware through 2 weeks of the season, he might be your MVP. Already 7 touchdown passes in just 2 games. As we do know, though, in real life, they don't hand you out anything this early. A lot of games left to get through between now and the playoffs.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down.
The former 3rd overall pick, Quinnen Williams, there to bring him down. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
They'll set up a throw.
And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
On 4th down, Drew Chrisman on to punt.
He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And trotting out there, a guy who's established himself as a veteran in this league, now in his 5th year at quarterback.
And he's had good success here already this season throwing the football. 6 touchdown passes in his 2 games. He's really got this offense playing with a lot of confidence, trying to establish themselves early as a Super Bowl contender.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line.
Now ETN to start the drive. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37. The numbers on the ground for ETN last week.
There isn't a coach alive who wouldn't like those numbers. Well over 100 yards and a touchdown, too.
Partner, I think all the coaches who are in that great coaching box in the sky would take those numbers.
So dead or alive?
Either way, they would take that kind of production.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
They'll look to throw here on first down.
Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Their first possession of the game, and they're already going after double coverage.
That's a nice completion that can set the tone for things to come if they're able to keep finding ways to beat what the defense is throwing at them. They look like they're confident that they can get it done.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down.
He will find his man Chase complete.
And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 17-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
Pickens on the slant.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
First and goal from just inside the 5. Etienne. Going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over to Chalk. Once more, Etienne. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone.
No gain on the play, and now they're looking at a third and goal.
About a half yard from the end zone, third and goal. They'll try to run with Etienne.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And his kick is good. And that'll make it 3-0 here in the first.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense.
Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood. Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package, and that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now back to throw. He's got a man, complete. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
That's interference. Defense.
So they will wave off the flag and let the completion stand.
Really great job by the receiver fighting through all the contact and still coming down with the football. All that great work in practice being put into the game.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And this one is incomplete. The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. And he comes back with one complete. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short.
They've got to give a little tip of the cap for the defense there. Zone coverage, locked it in tight, made it really difficult because they tried the crossing route against it, and it worked for a completion. But you have to know where the sticks are on 3rd down. Didn't get beyond them, no pickup.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Over the middle, that's caught by Chase.
And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
That's a gain of 14.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Hayes.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. He's going to float this one deep right side. Touchdown!
Rashad Bateman.
His first touchdown of the new season. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. But sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your...
And now, before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be
Previous
confirmed by
play
the
is under
replay
review.
official. Is this a touchdown? That's the question. CD, what are they looking for here?
You just need any part of the football to break the plane. You don't need the whole football. It doesn't need to go over the entire white line. It's just that front part of the white line. And if you draw an imaginary plane going straight up, that's what they need to cross.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0. Just a 4-play drive that time.
And it's Rashad Bateman who finished it all off with a touchdown. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
They begin this drive with Chubb. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
He was brought down at the 26.
2nd and 9 now. They set up the screen to Chubb. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. And an excellent gain, 35 yards.
And I think that's a pretty good illustration of why they try to get the football into his hands out of the backfield. That was something else.
And we talk so much from a defensive perspective about scheming and finding ways to take away the run. That means the offense has to devise different ways to get the ball in the hands of their guy out of the backfield. Find open space, let him run, and big things can happen, and they did right there.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
A.J. Terrell on the coverage.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
This defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Right there with him. They flush that to the ground. 4th down now coming up.
4th down, out comes the punter, Drew Chrisman.
And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. The field position gave such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of it.
And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety.
Every team has plays in their book to try and buy some room when a safety's on the table. But a big variable is how does each team deal with the pressure of executing in those situations. In this case, they didn't, and they gave up 2 points.
So a free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. They run it again with Chubb. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Looking left side, he's got it complete.
And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb.
Taken down at the 42. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. On to the second from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Here's Drew Chrisman now.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
London about set to take over on offense.
And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
Now that's a catch of some significance. It's number 631 of his career. And why that's significant, it ties him with Hall of Famer Raymond Berry.
He was one of the most precise route runners at any position during his time in his career. So I think that we're seeing something very similar here. He may not have known Raymond Berry, but he goes about his business the same way. Understands how defenses are going to play, understands where the leverage is, and goes away from it to the tune of 631 catches.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
Able to find his man, it's Pickens.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. Back to throw now on 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hayes.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Looking to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
They'll run with ETN.
And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47.
So far this season, this is an offense that's proved its ability to move the football. I mean, they're in the top 5 in the NFL and picking up first downs, and they get the conversion here. And I think a lot of that is due to how they win on first and second down, because that leaves them third and short, third and manageable. A lot easier to pick them up then, isn't it?
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Back to throw here.
And he'll find Chase on the right side, complete.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. 2nd and 2.
Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
So they need 2 yards here on third down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on third down conversions on this drive. They'll drop to throw.
That's complete, left side to Bateman. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Hayes.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. Back to throw again. This is caught. Touchdown.
George Pickens.
His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Black Knights have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 15 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
First and 10 at the 36.
They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The Browns on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. He'll drop to throw. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
Drew Chrisman on to punt as he gets this one away.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. London about set to take over on offense. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
They'll set up to throw.
Completes this one to Pickens.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a first down. The play action fake. They'll look to throw.
He will find his man Chase complete.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now, down at the 31.
Straight ahead, Etienne.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely, pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
On 2nd down, Etienne once more.
And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down.
Throw left side, complete to Chase.
Touchdown!
Jamar Chase
from 21 yards away.
And the Black Knights are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw.
Going out wide, finds Chubb. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Now, this is going to work out well as it's out of bounds near the 13-yard line.
Ja'Marr Chase hoping to be at center stage yet again as the offense returns to the field.
Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defense, is getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Over the middle, that's caught by Chase.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'll look to throw here.
Another one into the hands of Ja'Marr Chase.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. They'll look to throw now on first down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
They'll look to throw again. Over the middle to Smith. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. And for the Browns, a nickel set here on third down. They'll look to throw.
Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Hayes.
Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided.
No break needed. Let's get back to it. Week 3, here we go with quarter 3.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
2nd and 6. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds.
On third down, here's Etienne.
And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Another tote for Etienne.
Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
They go play action here on first down.
He'll get that underneath ETN.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 2nd and 5. ETN bringing in another one. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 12 yards there and a first down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Back to throw again. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hayes.
And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
It's a game of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Browns' 19-yard line.
On second down, a run with ETN.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
41 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And they'll go again with ETN.
Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Hayes. Touchdown! From 6 yards away.
And the Black Knights take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Fielded just outside the goal line.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37.
So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
2nd and 9 now. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The Browns send out their punter now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. That's taking it around the 40. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards.
And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2.
He'll look to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Hayes.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Complete to number 86.
They brought in a heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play. But we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one. Wound up hitting him for a 1st down.
Etienne up the middle.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
On 2nd down, Etienne once more. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
It's a gain of 4. And it's
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Intended for Jamar Chase. It's 4th down.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
I got to think at this point, 3rd quarter, if you're able to hold on to the ball, get 3 at the end, that's all you're looking for.
I would agree with that because right now, this is a job well done by them. In fact, it's almost time for handshakes, a little dap on the sidelines, maybe even start to discuss post-game plans. And for the guys who haven't played yet, go ahead and get loose. Your time is now.
The Browns set to take over. We haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual. So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Wide open, Amari Cooper. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He rifles one that's intercepted. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter, it would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
Here's a give to Etienne.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 7. He finds his man complete. That's Hayes.
And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Number 86. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and inches. That's the end.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been tough to stop. 8 for 10 so far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. He finds his man complete. It's Hayes.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
To number 86. A gain of 3 on the play. 1st down, Black Knights.
On the counter, ETN.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brought down at the 18-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
ETN once more.
It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
A gain of 2 yards.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Oh, they would have gotten a conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They're going to look to throw.
And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. They'll set up a throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A very solid gain of 27.
Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, Amari Cooper. It's complete. And they'll be stopped right at the 30. On a play that started back at the 15, they pick up 15. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. They set up the screen to Chubb. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
They'll look to throw again. And that will be incomplete.
He's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is caught, but they say out of bounds. Now, would have been a 1st down, but he couldn't stay in, and as a result, they're going to have to give up the football.
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty...
Chubb diving for the end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown.
Extra point right down the middle, and that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive.
And Nick Chubb the one to finish it off as he does so with a touchdown run. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. They're looking at a third straight win here if they can hold on. They'll start on the ground. Etienne.
And he's got room.
78 yards now for Etienne, and he's got a first down.
A gain of 15.
It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
On first down, right back to Etienne.
No gain on the play there. Second down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Hayes.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Ooh, with a juke. Call it a gain of 5. Fourth down now. They bring their punter out there now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Browns will take over, first and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. From the 32 now. Here's first and 10.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
They'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
Working with a second and 3.
To number 15. A 7-yard pickup.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
Going out right.
And I think the ball's out. It's going the other way. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Back to throw now on first down.
That one to the sideline, and a nice catch there. He stays in bounds, but a penalty marker is down as well. Well, CD, that helps the home team as they try to erase this deficit, give them the penalty for pass interference on the defense.
Yeah, and they certainly haven't been happy with what they've seen so far, have they? They're certainly hoping that that call now might get the fans back into this one.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown.
Well, partner, I mean, if anybody was still questioning whether or not he had an NFL caliber arm, I think you can toss that right out the window. That was a heck of a throw right there.
I would agree totally. Question it no more. This rookie, big-time throw right there. Great poise, stepped up, trusted he could lay it in there perfectly, and he knew that his guy was going to make the catch on the other end. Nice collaboration.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And it looks like this one won't work out. Hands team able to secure the football. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
A handoff for Etienne.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
And they'll run here with Etienne.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. A 1st down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll look to throw here.
Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it.
And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 13-yard line.
Delay of game, offense.
So that'll bump it back to a 1st and 15. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
Now Etienne.
And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our